Hi friends, Robert here for Diverse Opals. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thanks for your comments and thank you to those who are subscribing. Today we're going to do hopefully a simple one. This is a painted lady from Andamooka, and these pieces often come to me ground to some degree, so the miner can often determine how much he wants to charge me. But this one I think will be a fairly straightforward one, and we're going to use soft diamond wheels to do this process. I find that when I'm actually dry sanding with painted ladies, sometimes the heat is too much for them and they begin to crack. So what we'll do is we will go to our grinder and we will do some sanding, and we will see what stages we have to go through to achieve this final result.
Well, as we can see, this is a very nice example of a painted lady. As I said, it came to me partially faced already, with some grooves in the surface, but what we're going to do is just take those out, and we're using a soft diamond wheel to be able to do that, and then we will basically polish it. But I think you'll agree it's a nice looking stone. I'm using a 600. I don't want to take away a lot of the material. I can still feel a bit of a ridge here. Now we're on our 1200 soft diamond wheel, and this will hopefully be the last stage, and then we'll go to the polisher. Well, we're finished on our 1200, and as you can see, the colour is very beautiful. We'll give this a polish, and then we'll look at how we can trim this out into turning it into a nice stone. Okay, we're on the polisher now, which is a leather. I'm using O-pol polishing powder. This shouldn't take very long at all. Looking in the reflection of the light to see, looking for scratches, looking for dull spots on the surface of the stone. I am using some of the edge of this wheel to be able to get into little grooves. A bit of a curvature on the surface. Be careful when you're working on the edge of a wheel or on the edge of a leather wheel, because it can generate a lot of heat, and you don't want to crack the stone, you don't want to put little burn marks on your stone, so when you're working on the edge, just be very careful.
Well, we're back from the workshop, and here we can see the final result. It looks a bit different from when you last saw it. I thought I'd shape it up into a stone that it would be ready for use, perhaps for a pendant. It looks a bit different from the way it started out. We've lost a little bit of the depth of colour because we've had to chase out the surface that wasn't entirely flat. And in doing so, we've lost some of our colour, which is a bit disappointing, but still, it still shows good colour. Just in case you don't understand, a painted lady is actually from Andamooka, and I guess it's their version of boulder. If you could understand quartz type material that's had silica flow into it at some stage, and you've got this opal on the surface. And if you're clever enough, you can have the same type of results as what you do with boulder, and that is to split it, and you can have an even coating on both surfaces, so you can have a pair of painted ladies, another version of boulder, except that we just don't have that dark backing. So I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that you've learnt something from it. As I said prior to actually doing the work, I was going to have to use soft diamond wheels, and I know from past experience that if I use sandpaper, it generates too much heat and quite often will crack the stone. So soft diamond wheels were used in the processing of this piece, and I would encourage you to do the same if you're working with painted ladies. I hope that our videos have been of help to you. I'm Robert for Diverse Opals.